You guys frustrated yet with the Nike SNKRS app? Are you having problems getting the shoes that you want? Did you miss the Off-Whites? Did you miss the Blazers? Did you miss the mags that came out recently? Did you miss the Travis Scott ones? You know, the Nike SNKRS app, if you're a manual user, you think that you're getting unlucky. That's not what's happening. There's probably not a chance in hell of you winning with just your phone. If it's a hyped release, if it's something that's in high demand, good luck. And I know that you guys are dealing with the same thing that I'm dealing with. It's frustrating. It's extremely frustrating when you put in the time and effort and you really want to buy a shoe and you have the money to buy it, and it releases on that Nike SNKRS app, and you literally hit your finger on it within a second of it popping up. You hit buy now, you have all your info in there, you put the fingerprint down, and it says it's buying, and that little thing's spinning around. And one of a couple things happens when you're doing that. It either says you're in line, like one of the little thing that says you're in line, and then it lets you know, it says pending, and it lets you know in about 5 minutes whether you want or not, and it always comes back and says, sorry, sold out, right? How often is that happening to you guys? So, that's the problem that we're running into most of the time, is that, we're putting our information in quick. We might have everything in the SNKRS app, and even if you're using multiple devices like I'm doing, I'll have a device with my wife, I have one on my computer, and I have my own personal one, and I might even use my son's cell phone, and I'm still not winning shoes. Like, I got 4 freaking devices out, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why am I never winning these releases? I lost 6, okay buddy, I lost 6 in a row releases, and if you lose 6 of anything in a row, and you're me, somebody that doesn't like to lose, I'm used to winning a lot of stuff, at least with business and, sports, I'm used to winning. I don't like to lose, and I'm sure you guys are, the same way. So what's actually happening here that is causing us to not be able to win these shoes? Well, people are buying verified Nike SNKRS accounts, and when they take those verified accounts, they're buying them in lots of 50, 100, 200, even 500 Nike accounts, and they're running them through either a bot or some sort of task program that's allowing them to send in 100 of those requests through the Nike SNKRS app, 100 at a time. So they might win 2 or 3, 4 pairs. You're probably wondering when you see these guys on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook that post a picture that they won 5 or 6 or 7 shoes with the SNKRS app on a hyped release. It's bullshit. Pisses me off. And I'm sure it pisses you guys off if you're in the same boat as me. I know it's happening to a lot of us. So what do you got to do? Well, you either got to join the guys that are, using the bots, you got to join the guys that are buying the SNKRS accounts, or you find another way to get them. And there's a couple ways you can do it. One is with raffles, which also is a problem, because people found a way to jig the raffle where they'll enter in, if your email is Mike1@gmail, they'll put Mike1, they'll change the email just slightly, like Mike1.@gmail.com, and that still will go to his email. It still will go to the same email. There's ways to jig the email where you actually can use the same email but change some things in the email, and it will still come out. They might change their name. If their name's Mike, it might be Michael. It might be Mike with a different spelling. They might change their last name and put their first name as their last name. They might even use a fake name, but I don't recommend using a fake name, because if it then gets lost at the post office or you need to come pick it up, you need a valid ID that shows that you're that person, and if it's a fake name, you're not going to be able to get your shoes. They're going to ship them back to Nike, and you're going to have problems. So again, we know what's happening. There's people that are entering multiple, and I don't mean like 2 or 3 or 5 or 10, like 50 and 100 and 200 Nike SNKRS accounts. So think about the competition. If you got a bunch of people, let's just say there's 5,000 people that know about the multiple accounts. Let's just say there's 5,000 people that are doing it. Or let's just be conservative and say 2,500 people are doing it. And each of them only uses 50 accounts. That's 125,000 entries. And you're a needle in the haystack. Freaking needle in the haystack. And that's not good, because that means that you're going to get that message that says you're waiting in line. Oh, sorry, sold out. Sold out. It's, pisses me off, and, it's part of the game. So you either got to get smarter, or you got to figure out another way to get them. The raffles can work. I've had a lot of success with raffles, but with Nike, man, is it tough. I mean, I figured out Adidas. I figured out, how to consistently get Yeezys, but I've not figured out this Nike sneakers thing yet, other than how to use the multiple accounts. I mean, that's something that I've learned about recently. I wanted to share it with my followers and my people that watch my videos, which is right now 12 of you guys, or 10 of you guys. And, if you're watching this and you're still on this video at 6 minutes, leave a comment so I know who's hanging around these videos and who's actually interested. And then make sure to share this with somebody. Put it out to a sneakerhead that's sick of taking L's on these sneaker drops, because I know it's happening. And also, comment, let me know what shoes you're getting, what shoes you're having problems with, maybe what bots you're using. Are there sneaker accounts that you're buying? I just bought 25 sneaker accounts for $25. So, if I want a shoe bad enough at a drop, I'll buy 100 of them. I'll spend $100 on that. I'll buy proxies, which is going to cost me another maybe $25 to $50 at least. You need at least one proxy, maybe one per 2 tasks, but I'd recommend 1-to-1, one proxy to one task. And you're probably wondering, what the hell's a proxy, Drew? Well, proxy basically is going to help you to mask your IP address without getting into all the technical terminology. It's going to mask your IP address so it looks like it's coming in from another location, Virginia, New York. It's coming in from different areas, and it's different IP addresses for each proxy. So that way you don't get banned on a website using your own personal IP address. If you use your own personal IP address and you're running 15, 20, 30 tasks, or 50 tasks, in this case these guys are running 100 tasks with 100 accounts, you need those proxies. So the proxy is going to protect you, and then the server, which is another thing a lot of people talk about using bots, which I'm still learning about, but a server essentially allows you to speed way up, to have a much faster purchase time, much faster everything. Everything's going to go quicker with the server. And just like trading stocks, and just like these guys that trade the high derivative futures, like my brother used to do, they want to be as close, they want the server to be as close as possible to wherever that those guys are set up at. So if it's the New York Stock Exchange, they want the server across the street, or better yet, right in that building. And so guys were buying and leasing space in the New York Stock Exchange or the Chicago Board of Trade just to put a server rooms in the building where they do the trading, because it's going to be the fastest from that point. The closest point is where you want your servers to be. And then there's residential servers, which is mainly what I hear a lot of people use. But you know what? Research the servers. At least I can explain to you a little bit about what the proxies are, how that works, what a server is used for. And obviously a bot is used to run different tasks, and a task is basically where if you're running one task, it might have your name and information in the website that you're trying to target to check out on, maybe some keywords that are going to help that bot find that product on that website. You're going to have your size in there, you're going to have your credit card information or PayPal address, and when you run the task through the bot, it basically does all the work for you automatically. And it's a hell of a lot faster than what you could do typing manually. So, average bot's going to range between $500 to $1,000 for a good one. I think there's a couple deals right now for, like the Better Nike bot or the All-in-One AIO bot, which seems to be pretty popular. I don't know much about either of those bots, so I'm not recommending either of them. But I know One thing I know for sure and why I made this video is it's game off if you're running one task through your cell phone. If you're running sneakers one account, good luck, because it's a needle in a haystack. The chance of you getting in, is very low. Very, very low. I've had 4 different accounts set up for the past, 6 months, and I only got one shoe, and that was because it was a shock drop. So, comment, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys on the next video.